Well, these last couple games have been an absolute disaster, and it continues to be the same thing.
Yeah. Man, what is it? Tonight, we've dropped 4 in a row, and this will be 5, is that right?
Yeah, well, I think we wanted to win 2 out of 3, but, looks like we're about to lose, what, 4 out of 5?
Yeah, that's the way it's going. I guess we can start with Boston. We didn't expect to win that game. We wanted to be close. Wasn't close. Wasn't good.
At no point during that game did we have any momentum, especially on the goaltending, part of that. Thought Grice was probably one of his off games, but, Boston wanted their window's still open. They're good. They got the scoring, and that power play or that penalty kill is just it strangles you the whole time. Like we couldn't get anything going.
Now, the PK is just the PK is bad. PK is bad tonight. They let in 1 goal against, Buffalo tonight already.
Right.
Right now it's the 3rd period. Wings are in Buffalo playing. It's 2-1 as of this recording. They can still pull it out, but
Well,
I mean, I
Ned's
don't have
kept
it.
them in it. That's for sure.
Well, it's 3-1 now actually. So,
Oh, did they just score?
yeah, Buffalo just scored. So, doesn't look like we're winning this one. Nedeljkovic, pretty much the only thing that's keeping us in these games. Well, this game, Grice, but I thought Ned played well the game before as well in where Montreal. So
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what you say at this point. I mean, they've juggled lines. They've you got Valeno up. People wanted to see that. People thought he should have been up to begin with. I don't think he's making a huge impact.
Well, they've tried everyone but Valeno on the top line. I think they still should go to. I mean, Suter's got 1 goal tonight. Raymond with another point. They're leading all Raymond and Seider leading all rookies
I think they might
right
review
now.
that. That might be Raymond's goal.
Well, if that's either or, I mean, that's 6 for him on the year. So 20 is clearly in sight. Off to a hot start. Seider playing well. The depth guys just aren't pulling it off right now. 2, 3, 4 lines just not doing well. Larkin being out, massive hole. I don't like we talked about, we're not gonna speculate what's going on, but, whatever it is, hopefully it gets figured out soon, because he's just I don't know if I think that was the problem back that he wasn't contributing enough. Now we need him more than ever right now because we're sputtering.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely slots the lineup correctly.
Mhm.
Some people thought, well, Bert's out, it's Bert. It's not. Larkin drives the team right now, at least until, some of these, younger kids maybe start to, step in, play a bigger role. I mean, Raymond's playing a bigger role offensively. He's
Mhm.
not a center, but he's doing as well as he can in Larkin's absence.
Well, he can't carry a team yet. Like that's not
Right.
his role. It's
Right.
not like he's Connor McDavid who can carry a team. Um Sider is not either. He's going to do his job, and that's all you can expect a rookie to do in his first full year of being up. The coaching, on the other hand, you said it before we started this. I think they're forcing everything. They're back to the low shot percentage, and nothing seems to be working for them.
Well, they aren't
You know.
slowing the game down. They're not trying to set up in the zone. We've seen that clearly after the first period. Well, actually, to start Buffalo, they got the really early goal, and or the Wings in Buffalo got the really early goal, 16 seconds
Mhm.
in, and they played with some momentum. And then halfway through that first period, Buffalo took over, and ever since that momentum switch has come, the Wings are just forcing it. They don't set up in the zone. They don't. Either they overpass or they don't see an obvious pass. It's frustrating to watch, and you wonder
Yeah.
if you gotta wonder what the coaching does with that because we've seen this the last couple of years, same play, right? You get 2 guys in the zone, they're not gonna be able to force a good shot, but they still force the shot, right? Low percentage shot goes in, turn the puck over, or
It
bad pass like cross ice into 2 defensemen, lose it, turn it over, goes the other way.
Yeah, everything's one off right now. So that neutral zone transition game, it's good. Like we do get in the zone. Like we had a problem last year getting in the zone. Period. But when it's that one off thing, shoot it, goes off the boards, comes out. But I'm to the point now where it's. I mean, I think we had 9 shots through three quarters of the second period and against Boston or something like that, and
I know
that's
we
not
only had
enough.
3 in the first period.
3 in the first period. You need 10 a period. I think that's the template, right? So even if it's, I mean, at this point, I think I rely on our defensemen enough to where I would cycle just about everything back up to them. and let them kind of handle dictate the flow of the game because that's probably our strong point right now, right?
Especially with
So
Larkin out. Yeah, it's the defense, especially
yeah,
Seider, Letty in the offensive zone is good. Um, they can dictate pace and try to find some seam passes and do something. And at
yeah,
least at that point, once you put the puck down low, you've got guys who can go dig the puck out because you have all five men in the offensive zone.
right.
So you can create some, you can get some bodies down low to at least try to keep it in. But when you're two guys in against three defenders and you just ring in a shot, you're not getting that back. It's just not
No.
going to happen.
Well, they need to do something to spark this team, and I think they need to bring up Smith, and I think Smith needs to come in and
Smith is
he's up,
playing.
he's up, he's
He's playing
scratched.
tonight. Um,
Oh, is he?
yeah, he is in tonight.
Okay, so
But he's,
then
he's he's
he
not generating anything, man. He's not. And when he does make hits, it's like behind the play. He's not making hits
right.
in the play. He's not making hits that affect the play. He's finishing a check against the guy who just made the pass, and he probably goes and makes a change after that, or but he's not affecting the play at all. So I guess I get what you're saying, but he's just not doing it the right way.
I would say, yeah, I would say so. I don't know if they have a leash on him. I'm sure they do because they've had a problem with the penalty box through the past couple of games. So he's got to if he's not he's got to generate something somewhere, whether it's offense, high energy because the team does look low energy. Um, he he's got to be a bully. Unfortunately, I hate to say it that way. God, it's when you have guys like that in your lineup is when stuff is just not working out. You got guys like Tom Wilson, Brad Marchand. They're bullies. They'll get in there, they'll mix it up, and they're going to pick on somebody the whole game. Well,
They've
that
also
gets
got this.
everybody
They've got
fired
the
up.
skill to hang too, right, and some speed.
Yeah, well,
I don't.
he's willing to fight. That's the thing. It's like that's the guy you want to fight, and he can generate offense, and he's got actually a really good hockey IQ for what his expectations are, or what their expectations for him are. I really do think Larkin is that glue though that makes that whole world turn. So,
Oh,
you
he
know,
definitely is at this point. You can see that. I think Larkin and Raymond is a great pair of players. I don't
yeah,
think. I think Bert is great complementary to Larkin, but I think the other two are like a really great offensive skill set in that they can basically draw all the men to them. And we seen Bert getting the goals, but a lot of that was just because the other two are fantastic and they can make those
yeah,
plays. One good thing I did come out of looking at the Boston game was Boston intentionally kept that top line away from Seider the whole
yeah.
game.
Well, well, people are starting to watch film now, so they've got a little bit of homework that they do on them, and I think that you're going to continue to see that. And but that's where I don't know. That's where I think you kind of I don't know if you play your top line, you want to play your what you our third line usually plays against their top line,
That's
Rasmussen's line,
when
right?
when we have last change. Yeah, usually that's where Blash goes. He puts either two or three against the top line so that he
Which
can
is
get some
fair, and they
favorable.
actually do pretty well against them.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's fun to see. It sucks because I want to see the high skill guys against Cider.
Well,
Um,
we have what is it? Tuesday. Tuesday, you're going to see McDavid against Cider, right?
Oh yeah, and you're gonna have to play DeKaiser with them because that's a long line. What I mean by long is reach. It's a long reaching line. You got Drysaitel, McDavid, and I forget who's on that. Is it Hyman now?
I think
He's on
Hyman's
that
playing
line
up
with
there.
them.
Yeah,
So those are long guys and obviously speed. So I mean you're gonna have to put your big guys on him. Hopefully Larkin's back for that because you're gonna have to put speed up against forward to forward speed and having Larkin maybe against that top line to match his speed a little bit, um, I think is going to be pivotal for that game. I think we match up well with them. So we got the young legs, and so if we're going to pull a win, that's going to be the win. I think,
you think? I,
but
I think I think you got Vegas on the back to back tomorrow. Vegas is also playing tonight. So they're on a back to back, and I
where
think
are they
that's
coming in from?
I want to say they're in Montreal.
Okay, so
I
that's
I don't
probably
know,
what 2 hour flight. So yeah, I mean they'll be in tonight.
but they've got a bunch of people out for COVID protocol.
Oh really?
So yeah, they've got
Okay,
like Carlson's out, Pacioretty's out. I think Petrangelo's out. So
interesting.
so those guys will be out for I doubt they'll be back tomorrow outright because I mean you're just talking about a back to back. I doubt they're going to fly guys in for that. So yeah, I think that could be a winnable game. You're right. At this point, we don't know when Larkin will be back, and Without him, it looks pretty bleak, really. You can't, like you said, you can't expect Raymond to carry the team. He's just not there. He may never be there. He's a great player, probably a star player someday, but it's more rare to see a winger carry a team than it is a center. Um, but
Yeah,
it's possible, I guess.
that's why I think Veleno kind of has that factor where he can not carry it, but he can carry a line. I think, um, and I do think he's got a high hockey IQ at that point. I
He's a,
really do think they should try that.
I think he has a great
Um,
IQ. He has great speed. It's been noticeable in Buffalo. His passing has not been very good,
mhm.
and he's not looking to shoot. He's just not. Like, I don't know if he's just not confident in it or what, but you just haven't seen him look to shoot at all. So he's always looking to pass. So that you got to get that mindset
That'll
out of
come.
some guys.
Yeah, Rasmussen being one of them, but he may be lost cause at this point. But yeah, I think if he gets into a little bit of a rhythm, I think we'll be good. But after this schedule is brutal. November is brutal.
Yeah. So what we got
We
the
have to
next
figure out quick.
Yeah, the next four, I believe, you got Vegas, then the Oilers, who are hot. McDavid's still over 2 points a game at this point. Um, you got the Caps on Thursday, Canadians. Then you go away to Columbus, I believe, and they're playing all right. So there's really no, especially without Larkin. I don't know if, at this point if we win any of these. I think the Golden Knights tomorrow are the best chance because for whatever reason we can't beat the Canadians. Are terrible. They've allowed I think 3 goals on 8 shots
We can't
earlier
stop
tonight.
them anyway. So I don't any stat that they have that's terrible. It doesn't matter against us.
No, we're just bad. We're just bad against them. I
So
don't know why.
I don't either. And against Jake Allen too. It's not like it's Carey Price. But it's going to be interesting. We need Larkin back. I think that's just the theme of the whole episode. We need Larkin back to figure this out, and we need the coaches to just kind of step it up here a little bit. They know Larkin's out. They need to do something different. Sit here and jumble lines. I know there's only so much they can do, but what the hell,
Well, it
in the
doesn't seem like the
locker room,
game plan has really changed, right? Like like we're still trying to get goals off, off the rush, off the breakout, the other way real quick, and it's not working. It hasn't worked in a few games at this point. I mean, we're not getting good odd man rushes against because we don't have the speed for most of the
right?
lines. So I just don't know. Like I said earlier in this episode, I think you got to carry in, get it back to the D, and set up and try to do something that way because we're not generating good offense off the breakout.
Off the breakout, no offense off the transition, and then even when we do get it down low, it's pretty much just throw it behind the net, and then hopefully someone's there, but it's always someone's late to behind the net. So why
That or
not
you
just
just don't
funnel
win the puck battle. I mean, you've got guys like Rasmussen who can't win a puck battle to save their lives
right
at this point.
right
So
now? It's terrible. Yeah. So they, like you said, they need to funnel it back up to the D and just get traffic in front of the net. I mean, it doesn't have to be pretty. I think this is a point in time where goals don't have to be pretty. I mean, they never have to, but I mean, just it's junkyard dog stuff, and it's just that they're not doing it at all. So I don't know what's being done in practice or whatnot. We're not in there. I would never speculate that it's a player problem in the locker room, but I do think the coaches do need to step up a little bit here and figure something out because the problem solving with Blashill is absolutely mind blowing because he can't problem solve. We get into a rut, we can't get out of it, and then he blames it on the compete, which okay, at some degree the compete is got to be addressed. So address it in the locker room, address it in practice, and then go on about your business. But if guys are not getting the message, then we've got a problem. All right. Either I think we've already lost that voice in the room with, Blashill. I think the Tanguay thing kinda shook things up a little bit, and, I think Larkin taking maybe a little bit more of a forward step in the leadership role actually was the biggest contributor to the start of the season. But we can't get back into that rut that we were continually in last year and then have these kids, Seider and Raymond and Verana, grow up in this culture, and guess what? When their big contract year comes up, guess what? They're not coming here. They're not gonna stay here, especially when Blash is here. So that's my Blash rant for the week. I do think um, he needs to step it up. I know that. I mean, I like the sweater combination with the suit coat today. I don't like the color, so maybe that's a problem. I would have probably traditionally stuck with with the red, but, Scotty always had, like, the khaki sweater vest. I always thought that was classy, so if I were him, maybe go to champagne, little champagne sweater vest, and just leave it there, but whatever, maybe that's the issue. Maybe we're just thinking too hard about it, and it's just blast dress code.
On that great fashion note, I don't
Yep,
have anything else.
I'm
Like you
good.
said, it's all about Larkin at this point, right?
Right.
We hope he's all right, and we hope he's back soon because he stirs the
Yeah,
drink.
he does.
Um,
Maybe he got married, had a
uh,
kid, I don't know.
you think
Maybe
that
he
that
had
would
a
have
kid
been
we don't
all
know
over,
about.
right?
Yeah, right,
That would
you
have been,
think.
yeah. So,
We would've got an invite, so
oh yeah, yeah, we'd be the first priority right here, man.
right.
All right, like, comment, subscribe. Check us out, wingscast.com. We'll see you guys later.
See ya.